Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Dash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which apostle elders a great millstone, and to the hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the chosen, the 144,000 and the one-third. In these last days, Yahweh Yahushai is pouring out his spirit on his chosen, and we're bringing forth wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through his treasures, man. You seeing it now. The more we see this world grasping the straws, searching for answers, the more we feel comfortable and at home. Not comfortable as in that, but we feel more assured in our truth and assured in the work that we've been, laboring in. All right, as you see here on the screen, this is the gentleman by the name of the terrified pastor by the name of David Lynn. Like I says, I just looked up. I haven't I've seen this guy possibly, but he ain't. The apostles and elders have been speaking about this guy, and he's been going up to camps, and he looked distraught, man. That's one thing when you fight against the Lord, man. You start, you lose sleep because you're going against creation itself. You're going against yourself because the Lord is. You're going against yourself because the Father made you, man. He gave you your spirit and your energy, so your own energy is not wanting to ride with you. But the Lord sets up man to do certain things, like it says in Matthew's offenses that must come. All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit of what this guy's talking about. I was gonna concentrate on. I was thinking about because this guy's saying that the Edomites are pretty much done away with, they destroyed. But if that's so, well, where's eye for an eye? Okay, I say that. Where is the eye for an eye? Because we read in Obadiah, we read in Revelations, we read in Jeremiah, we read about a promise, especially in the book of Obadiah, a promised judgment. That's why Obadiah says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Why did he say that? Because that goes back to the law of what? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So if the so-called Edomites are done away with, how is this law going to be fulfilled? The Lord's words say he does not go out void. So when did this take place? When did it happen? By who did it happen? And did they get burnt up like the words of the Lord said? That's what you got to answer. We ain't on trial here. We ain't on trial here. We're not the ones claiming. If you own a business, just like somebody gets popped for a Ponzi scheme, the person that's claiming to own the business, claiming to make these money and have this return on your investment, they get put on trial. They gotta ask, they gotta explain where the money's at, or how you making the money. Where do these people invest and go? That's what Christianity is on trial now, man, because it's the one that it's a Ponzi scheme. It's ripped off people. Now the roosters are coming home to roost. The chickens are coming home to roost. It's time for Christianity to answer questions, man. Just like these so-called Jews, it's time for them to answer questions. How do y'all know you the Jews? Prove to us that you were the Jews. What precepts match you or the people of the Bible? How does Christianity tell you of salvation? You on the trial, man. We ain't on trial. All our stuff is coming to pass, what we've been saying. But now it's time for your words to come to pass, man. So let's go ahead and listen to this guy right here, and Lord willing, this is Lord willing, this is edifying. And like I said, I just want to make the point, and this is just the offenses that must come, man. But it's light work.
We also learned that Antipater, the Edomite, the progenitor of the Herodian dynasty, along with
because he's saying it right there. He's saying that Antipater, okay, the son of Herod, or the father of Herod, all right, because Herod married the last line of the Maccabean dynasty, which was the daughter. Okay, we can get into that history. Lord willing, I'll try to go. The lesson sort of switched. I was going to try to go into some of that history, but it sort of switched just to answer it about the seed question. But the main purpose is that, and what happened? He committed an Edomite act. All right, because if you look at Herod was an Edomite because he's the one that erected an eagle in the temple, in the sanctuary, because he knew who he was. He knew that he was from the line of Esau. And they know it's from the line of your father. All right? Let's keep playing.
Judean progenitors that ruled Judea after the Roman conquest was of mixed Edomite Judean origin.
What are you talking about, mix? Ain't no mix. What are you talking about? What's mix? What is mixed? That's a misconception. That's a modern day term. That's what you call a modern day terminology. There is no mix. You are your father. So what is mixed? We have to stop you there. We're not dealing with mixed people. There's no mixed people. You are of your father. You are of the line of your sperm, your genealogy, your sperma, man. Okay? So there's no mixture. That's what he's coming from the angle. That's why the apostles say these Christians don't got the juice, man. Because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not supping with them. Why do you think the Lord allowed Esau to print the Bible, man? Why do you think he allowed him to print the Bible? Because he don't have a battery. That's like handing out a gun with no bullets. It's useless, man. It's useless to the person that don't have the bullets. These people don't have the bullets. They don't have ammunition. Okay? What is the word ammunition? Let's look up that word real quick. I haven't looked it up. So let's look up what the etymology of ammunition. Let's look up what ammunition means. Okay? Ammunition, a supply or quantity of bullets and shells. Consideration that can be used to support one's case in debate. See, I didn't think I'd be looking ammunition up, but this is what you need for ammunition. If you don't have ammunition, you don't have nothing to support the Bible. The Bible is the gun. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua gives you the ammunition. Okay? It says a good supply of ammunition, a storage of ammunition. Let's go down. Going to the Cambridge. Let's look up what the etymology is. Okay, ammunition is military store provided from French, Middle French, la munitions, as if ammunition, Latin munitions, a fortifying. See, these guys that don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua are not fortified, man. This guy's not fortified. He looks shaky, man. I'm not, this is not me trying to talk about this guy, or I'm trying to keep it as, just keep it on let the scriptures deal with it. I'm not gonna let personal talks or anything like that. But at the same point, if your father goes back to an Edomite, you're an Edomite, my man. You ain't a Jake, and your spirit is telling us, man. If you can read spirit, you can just tell, man. The sauce ain't there, man. It's not there, bro. But that's, let's go back to what he's saying.
This is where we get the Herods of the day. So we see that they mixed in. Their empire seemed to be destroyed. Their people seem to be kind of destroyed.
What? What are you talking about destroyed? No, sir. Because we have to put the prophecies into perspective.
But how did they get destroyed? Yes, the Jews fought with them. There was a lot of political things going on, but they mixed in. Now, we can say some of their seed still exists. We're going to get into this a little more. But I want you to understand something here. When we look at the seed, are we talking about necessarily the physical seed or the spiritual seed? We can be the seed of Abraham by faith.
Whoa, what? What? See, this is why you have to eat the whole roll. Because now he's in the wing zone, okay? We've entered into the wing zone, okay? So pay attention. This is the wing zone. I'm not gonna speak about anything. Just watch how he tries to freak it, which we've heard it before. But watch his way to try to do it.
Planted a seed by a spiritual seed into Eve, and which brought about the race that we see today. And that seed was destroyed. That doesn't mean all humanity was destroyed. That seed was destroyed by the death of Jesus Christ, and by the new birth, we get a new spirit. Okay? So Edom, in one sense, is destroyed by Jesus himself on the cross.
Oh no! Oh no! My man! My man! Hold on. Let's run that back.
The death of Jesus Christ, and by the new birth, we get a new spirit. Okay? So Edom, in one sense, is destroyed by Jesus himself on the cross.
Hold on. Edom is destroyed by the blood of Christ on the cross? Whoo! My goodness, man. Let's go to these scripts. See what happens, man? Now every other word got to be answered for, man. You got to answer for that. You got to answer for that, sir. You got to answer for that statement you just said. Now, let's deal with it from, you said the seed, right? We're all spiritual seeds, right? Of Abraham. No. Let's see what this says. Let's go to the Old Testament. We got to go to how we can't let our emotions speak. Let's let the scriptures tell you how the Israelites themselves conducted it when it came to about seed, okay? How they organized themselves when it came to their tribals and the things that they were getting ready to do, man. Because it's not us today, because we've been Americanized and all the lies and political mumbo madness. You can barely talk, so you can't even say God in so-called public establishments, but you got this guy that's telling you he understands how the ancient world worked. Okay, this is Numbers 1:18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees. What is the pedigree? What is a pedigree? Let's look up the word pedigree means. Because he by him letting others in, he's gonna get in because he knows he ain't. You can tell, man. You can just tell the sauce ain't there, man. I seen Confusion of Face got more swag and it's just life, man. You can't even say it's the swagger. It's more than that. It's life, man. That's what spirit. That's what the spirit that's resting on you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans produces life. That's why we do the things we do. We jump, we run. That's life. It's showing vigor, man. The word there for pedigree is yalad, which means to bear, bring forth, beget, gender. To bear, bring forth, of childbirth, distress, wicked, beget. All right, so their pedigrees, who they are, it says what? Let's read it one more time. It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families. So now, this is the Israelites telling you exactly how they squared their families up. They don't say, hey, women on this side, cousins on this side, second cousins on this side. I thought we all the spiritual seed. Huh? I thought we're all the spiritual seed, man, of Abraham. They would know closer than us, right? This is what they said. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. By the house. What does that house mean? What is that? Bayah. Okay? Their house, their line, their lineage, their tribe, who they are. Okay, and they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upwards by their polls. So that's showing you right there how the Israelites themselves, when they were a tribe, when they were established, they separated themselves even by the pedigrees of their father. So you got this guy, this dude that's telling you it's by the seed. It's by the seed, because it's all destroyed. It's all mixed. There's no mixture. If you have one seed of the tribe, that man can bring back millions of that tribe. It's not talking about everybody, man. Everybody wasn't included. We was at war with everybody. People had us in slavery. That's why the nations are going into bondage, because they touched the apple of the Lord's eye. That's what's happening. We ain't gonna just argue. These people gotta pay, because it's eye for an eye, man. According to our law, if you bust a man's tooth open, you gotta bust your tooth gotta get bust open. So if Esau put us in slavery, him gotta go in slavery, man. Simple as that. It's 2 + 2 = 4, man. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 3:15. This is 2nd Ezra 3 verse 15. And it says, let's start at 14. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. Not the spirit. Not the spirit. No spirit is there, man. If it was spirit, then that would be confusion. Why is the Bible throwing confusion? It's not throwing confusion. You got somebody that doesn't understand the scriptures. That's wing-dinging it, man. That's why it says they know that they won't enter in themselves, man. You know he ain't got salvation coming. He messing with us. Why don't you stick to the church, man? Stick to white Jesus, man. It says after the first and second admiration, you leave that man alone. Leave us alone, man. If we're crazy, blind people, let us fall into the ditch. Why do you guys keep reiterating and talking about us, man? Because it's the truth. If we were crazy guys, that's like going to a guy that's bugged out on the streets, a homeless man wearing a tinfoil hat, and you at him every week. Get off the streets, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get right. No, he's a crazy man. He's eating out of garbage cans. He's desolate, and he's wearing tinfoil hats, and he's crazy. You ain't gonna do too much. You'll come a week or two and try to help him out, but he gets mad at you and throws something. You're gonna leave him alone, man. So the same thing. Y'all keep trying to come and save us like we these crazy guys that need your assistance. You the crazy people, man. And you need our assistance, and we don't got nothing for you. Go to the sellers and buy, man. Go to the sellers and buy. We don't got it, man. We don't got no oil for you. You don't got no oil for you and your ilk. You can't partake of the oil anyway, man. You can't partake of the oil. He talking about Herod, man. You a prime example of a Herodian, man. Herod look like you. Herod had the same spirit of you, man. By your mother, man. Your father's a so-called Edomite. It's a spiritual. You going into the Herod situation, not knowing you fall under that same ilk, man. But I ain't talking about you. You just an Edomite. You fall into the ranks of Esau, man. You're gonna be judged. You just happen to be an Israelite. It's all about the Lord's will, man. It's not us. We can't get prideful or boastful. I ain't talking about you. You just don't got the spirit, man. You just haven't been let into the know. Simple as that. And it says, verse 15, and made us an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. Let's keep going down. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob. Why is it going through the seed? Why did it say there was a plenty of times for the Lord to incumbent other people around that time, man? What about Ishmael? Why did Ishmael be joined in if it was about the spirit? He was actually a son. He was actually a son, and he didn't get the promise. He got sent off, man. But now random nations that don't have no kind of link by the way of sperma, now they can join in. That makes no sense. It says, and it came to pass that when thou leddest Salakia, and unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass that when thou leadest his seed, his what? His seed. Just because there was mixed multitude, the Lord knew that the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was in there. The fact that's why a lot of them died off. The mixed multitude, they died off, man. Only the elect of that time made it into the wilderness, man. Leadeth the seed out of Egypt. Thou broughtest them unto the Mount Sinai, and Salakia, and bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, and moveth the whole world, and madeth the depths to tremble, and troubleth the men of that age. And thy glory went through the four gates of fire and of earthquake and of wind and of cold, that thou mayest give the law unto the seed of Jacob. The Lord changed the elements when he came down. Damn, man. I'm gonna have to go back and read this, man. You know, I'm gonna have to go back and read this, but let's let this man put his foot in his mouth one more time.
That seed of sin. And that's why the Jews of the day saw that the Edomites could be converted if they repented of their ways.
No, that wasn't a convert. Just like the so-called, it was an occupation, man. Did they not convert the so-called slaves to Christianity? Did they not convert the so-called Native Americans to Christianity? Did Antiochus not try to convert the Israelites at that time to their so-called religion of worshiping a madness, man, sacrificing swine? So conversions happen all the time. That was nothing new. That don't make the Edomites the same race or us the same race as it's so-called. Does that make us Edomites now? Because we converted to Christianity? No, that don't make us Edomites. That makes us Israelites that's in a Edomite doctrine, that's following Edomite ways. That's why the Lord was mad at us, because we follow the ways of the other nations, man. All right? So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to touch on. Lord willing, this is edifying. And with that, I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. So the next time, Shalom, and keep faith, keep fighting. Watch out for these wing masters, man. Shalom.